Stop, are you saying something?
I think he's frozen.
He is frozen. That's good though, because I'll be completely honest, man. I didn't really have a question to ask.
What is up, you guys? We are back
Yo.
again. Take two, guys. Take two. The day happened.
everyone.
The day happened where I actually
Second
forgot to
time's a
press
charm.
record. Second time's the charm. So yeah, we're over here with none other than HUMZA AMIN. Salman, take it away with the amazing outro. You did a great job. I'm gonna hand it over to you.
Alright, so yeah, we're here with HUMZA AMIN. He is a prominent YouTuber, and he's been on YouTube a lot longer than us. So I figured, this is a big episode. We've got a great guest, and that guest today is me. We've got HUMZA taking my spot, and you're
Yeah.
interviewing me.
I'm gonna interview Salman today. I have some really good questions prepared for Salman. I've been waiting for this moment.
This guy literally
Yeah, and
Googled
I've
top 10 job
prepared
interviews.
for a couple of questions. I've Googled top 10 job interview questions, and I've just been
Yeah.
practicing them all night.
Over
I
and
did
over
send you
and
that
over.
list of questions. If you ask a question that wasn't on that list, I'm gonna hang up.
Yeah, Salman.
But no, on a more serious note, we've got HUMZA.
Yeah.
This guy's a prominent YouTuber. He does some great stuff, and he's also a medical student, which I think is a really cool thing.
How the fuck do
I've
you
got
know
a couple.
that? Did I tell you that?
Oh, it was on his YouTube channel, man. I googled this, man. I do my research, so you gotta do your research.
He knows all the tea.
Alright. Yeah.
But no, it is really great that you're able to do this while being a medical student, because some of my best friends are medical students, and
Yeah.
they just don't talk to me anymore. So I'm gonna be like, this random guy's a medical student. He gives me more attention than you guys do. What's going on there?
Yeah.
It's rough, man. Medical students have it really, really rough. Like, even right now, I'm on my summer break, and my summer break is just 3 weeks of no online classes.
Yeah.
Apart from that,
Damn.
it's the whole year. It's just non-stop exam after exam after exam. So it's pretty rough.
It's
But yeah,
tough.
Hamza, before we take it away, is there anything else about yourself you'd like to tell us?
Okay, so for anyone that's new here and doesn't know me, my name is HUMZA. I make YouTube videos. I started about a year ago, a year and a couple months. I make vlogs every week. I'm also a medical student. I'm a third year medical student. That's about it. I think that's all. I don't think I have much more to do than that.
All right. Cut the humble shit. This guy's absolutely fucking killing it, guys. This guy has 70 something K subscribers. This guy's literally
Thank you.
wiping the floor with me. I've been at YouTube for 2 to 3 years, and I'm at 450 subscribers. This guy is wiping the floor. Well, mainly because he's really
But
consistent.
numbers don't matter. If you're
Shush.
having fun, I'm
जो
sure
लोग
you'll
ऊपर
be
होते हैं वही
super
कहते
happy
हैं
doing it.
वही
I mean, no, I agree with Hamza here. Like, I haven't even looked at how many subscribers we have. I just really enjoy filming these.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that
yeah.
is fun.
Of course, when I know we're about to film them. I didn't know we were going to film this until I woke up today.
Yeah.
And I woke up an hour and a half ago. So that's how my day's been going.
Hamza, I literally framed the entire situation over here. This guy did not know we were filming an interview today. What happened was I called him. I'm like, yo, we have a guest.
Yeah.
He has his graduation cap on. He has an online graduation that happened like half an hour ago. He's like,
Like,
oh,
okay,
really?
yeah, I'm literally graduating. So I'm like, I'm
Wow.
wearing this cap, all right? And I'm like on the phone with my parents. Thanks, dude. And Saad's like, yo, we're filming a podcast. I'm like, dude, hell no. I've got to graduate.
I think my graduation, which I waited 4 years for, is more important. But okay, sure. Yes.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah,
How old are
do
you?
one after the other.
How old are you, Hamza?
I'm 21. I'm 21.
So you're not
Okay,
that much
same.
younger. I thought you were 6.
That's good. It's good to have guests our age.
No, I'm not 16.
You look 16, man. I swear to God, you look 16.
I get that a lot. I get like
Same
anywhere
here, man.
between 16 to like 18 very often.
That's fair. I mean, that's what I thought. And then, like, I saw one of your YouTube videos at the title, like, third year medical student. I was like, oh, this guy's at
Wait.
least 20. Like, he's not 16.
Wait. You're in third year?
Yeah. Yeah.
I
I'm
thought you
my
went.
third year.
Yo, legit. I thought you went first year. Yeah. I
No,
thought you went
no,
first
no,
year.
no.
Okay, so we're on the same.
No, I'm
okay.
21.
No, all right. I see.
This
So
is
you're-
the
so
face
you're
of
as
a
old
man
as
who's been
Salman
through
and-
3 years of medical college. Look at that.
It took a lot of beatings.
Yeah. All right.
So, I do want to know, how old were you when you started your YouTube channel? And, what did it start out as? Was it a joke? Did you actually think, oh, I'm going to make this a consistent, serious thing?
Yeah, so like when I started my channel, I knew that there was no way of just doing it halfway. I knew that once I start, either I do it completely and I see it through, or I'm just not gonna start at all. And I've been watching YouTube since like way back 2014.
Yeah.
And I used to watch people on YouTube, and I used to be like, okay, I can do what they're doing. Like, what's like, you know, I was used to be like, what they're doing is so much fun. They're living these lives that I always saw on like my phone screen. I thought that's so cool. Why can't I do that? And just coming up with
Yeah.
new things, fun things. It seems so like impressive to me. So I made a channel a long time ago, back in like 2014, 2015. And I made 3 videos in a month, and I stopped. And I just never picked up a camera for 4 years. And then last year on February 4th, I posted my first ever vlog, February 4th, 2019.
You know your dates,
So-
man. That's impressive.
Yeah, I remember like that day is just like, it's in my
Wow.
mind. February 4th of 2019 was the day I posted my first vlog. And
Yeah.
since then, initially it was like, okay, I need to get better at this, and I know it's gonna take time. So it was like, how can I post the most so I can learn the most?
Yeah.
You know, like I knew it would take time to get to where I wanted to be. So I was like, the only way to learn and to get better is to keep doing it.
Exactly.
So I just kept posting, and I'm at vlog number 93 now.
93. Wow.
That's
this-
really cool.
Yeah.
93, yeah.
Wait. What I wanna chime in over here. Hamza, I don't know. You obviously don't know this, but like I started vlogging like 2 years ago, 2.5 years ago, and obviously I was never as consistent. I used to post 1 vlog a month, 1 vlog a week, whenever. Right. I just recently got into the scene and everything. But I agree with you. If you look back at your very first vlog, you will notice so many mistakes that you did not know you were making at the time. Your transitions were way too long. Your intros were crappy. Your energy was low. You were camera shy and all that. And I think that those very skills can be transited into other spheres of life where you just have to give it. You just have to go in. Your first vlog will suck. Your first video will suck. Your first
100%.
essay will suck. But like, dude, you have to go through you have to eat the dirt in order to reap the rewards later on. You're never born with it. So I think
100%.
that's what people need to realize, that HUMZA Amin wasn't born with vlogging capabilities that he has today. He had to go through 93 fucking vlogs of 93 vlogs to reach the place he's at today. Maybe it'll take 93 more vlogs to reach a point where he's even better than today. And I think that's like the main lesson to take away.
No,
You
yeah,
know,
like
It's really funny, Saad, that you say 90 videos of eating dirt, because that ties right into what I was about to bring up, which
Man.
is one of the things you see, across the life of a YouTube channel. We've seen this in like the 1 month we've been on here, is that your subject matter changes too. You have stuff at the start that's not as interesting or more cringy, and I was about to ask you if you've ever had like any videos that you look back on and are super embarrassed of. And before we go into that, I'll give you a little example, not of myself, but of Saad.
yeah.
His most viewed video on his YouTube channel is one of his earliest videos where he's acting as a guy who's addicted to eating bricks.
Bricks? Like
Bricks.
Yaar.
this
Yeah,
brick?
yeah.
Like he's got like bricks on a plate, and it's a scene where him and a close friend of ours are roommates, and his roommate's like, I'm just sick of this guy eating bricks, man. All I hear is like chomp, chomp, chomp all day long.
Now look,
And-
that's his most viewed video, because
To this
that's
day.
creative. Like, you think,
To
if I
this
see a
day.
video where it's like, I'm addicted to eating bricks, I'm gonna click on that.
Yeah.
Like, who eats bricks?
Yeah. Dude,
It's creative, it works for you.
it worked 3 years ago, and
I mean,
and to this
honestly,
day I
I've-
couldn't surpass it. To this day I can't surpass that video in terms of views, man.
You will. You find
As
something
crazy
that
as
matters.
it is, it's one of my favorite videos. I've seen it so many times.
Yeah.
Like, sometimes I'll be eating lunch and I'll just play it on my TV, like, oh, look, my 2 close friends doing whatever this is.
Just eating bricks,
Yeah.
casually eating
Just
bricks.
eating bricks. I'll have like a nice sandwich, you'll have like a nice
Yeah.
brick, and it's like, feels like
a
home,
lunch
you
date.
know?
It feels like a lunch date.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. All right, Hamza.
So-
Hamza, what I want to ask you is that when you started vlogging, did you have a specific niche or specific subject matter that you wanted to target, or did you just like want to vlog your life? Like, how did you go about it?
So like I chose the vlogging. No other genre made sense to me. People were making gaming videos at the time. That didn't make sense to me. People were making roast videos at the time. That didn't make sense to me. Vlogging was the only genre where I felt like I could do whatever I wanted, whenever I wanted. Like it puts you in a position where you can make any type of content, right? Like, I can do absolutely anything tomorrow. Of course, trying to make entertaining, but like that would fit my niche. That would fit what I do. So vlogging just made the most sense to me at the time, and I didn't really think about any other field or any other area.
I see. I see.
Yeah, and Saul, was it similar
that
for you?
makes
Was
sense.
that also when you started vlogging?
Yeah, I started vlogging when I started vlogging because my journey is very, very different. Because I started off as like vlogging my life, vlogging my day to day. My first ever proper vlog was my very first day at university. I used to walk around with my phone, and people and like freshies around me, people who I didn't even know, were staring at me like, "Ye pagal kaun hai? Who the fuck is this guy?" Just like vlogging in the middle of the seminar hall, randomly whipping out his phone, just like talking to random. It was hard, bro, dude. It was the very first day. I was like, that was when I'm gonna start my vlogging journey. So that's when it started. I was gonna be like, okay, fine, I'm gonna vlog my life.
Yeah.
Then my vlogs changed into something completely different. One of my passions is cars, race cars, JDM cars, drifting, and all that. So what I wanted to do was I noticed that Islamabad, Karachi, Lahore, generally Pakistan has a very interesting underground car culture. So I gathered a team.
Yeah.
I grouped together a team, and now what we do is that we go out, we get together with these owners, we do reviews of their cars. We do underground drift scenes in Islamabad or Mexico, as we like to say it in the vlogs. ठीक है? Because of cops and shit like that. And then we capture their cars, and like, we make like interesting cinematic rolls, and we get a good vlog out of it, and the owners get interesting videos with memories of their cars. So it's a win-win for both parties. So I get content, they get videos, we all win. So that's what I'm doing right now. So that's why I asked that question. I was like, did you start off with something and did you evolve into something else, or has it like remained the same across the 93 vlogs?
So my situation was that like I try to look at my videos in like chunks. Like I don't look at it like, oh, vlog number 1, 2, 3. Like how were they all separate from each other?
Yeah.
I like to look at them as like groups. So if I were to look at it like vlog 1 to 30, then 31 to 60, then 61 to 90, I feel like your videos just evolve with time.
They do.
Right? Like you, as you grow, you're capable of doing more things. When people reach out to you, then you have like bigger budgets for little certain things. Like when you're making your first vlog, you've made zero money off YouTube, so you can't do anything creative. It's hard to find something creative with a smaller budget. But then let's say the budget gets bigger, and then you can make bigger videos, and so like that's my goal right now. I think initially it was just like, okay, how can I make a vlog within my home while spending no money, right? Because I didn't have any money to spend on videos. And then as time passes, and you're like, okay, how can I make the videos bigger now? And then bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. And so I think Salman asked this about, he mentioned something about like, how would the 90 vlogs from now, how would that be? And like in my head, it's like, okay, I want to see myself doing huge things. I want to see myself doing things that creators in Pakistan haven't done before.
Exactly.
And that all revolves around positioning yourself in a way where you can do things like that. And that's, it takes time though. All these things take time. So right now I'm just in a phase where I'm trying to grow steadily and get to that point.
I understand.
That's beautiful.
What I want,
that sense of direction is great.
another thing I want to ask, dude, you've clearly got your head in the game. You're driven, you're focused, you're uploading vlogs weekly, as far as I know. You're uploading vlogs weekly, right?
Yep.
Yeah. So what I want to know is that who's been your biggest inspiration when it comes to vlogging? Like, was there a specific guy you watched, or was there a specific set of channels that you watched that were like, holy shit, I want to do this so much? Who was your biggest inspiration, man?
So I know this sounds really cheesy, and you guys are gonna be like, "Oh, here we go again." It's that.
Was the Paul brothers?
Getting everyone's approval. Everyone.
Pause.
Saad, I swear.
The pause.
If I watch your video right now, I swear I will find something that's like inspirational and something that I can learn from that.
Interesting.
You speaking of the
Beautiful.
Pauls, like when you talk about like Logan Paul and Jake Paul, despite some people thought their stuff was cringy, some people thought, there were mixed opinions. Some people loved it, some people hated it.
Yeah.
They were uploading every single day.
Consistency.
They were daily vlogging for like 2 years, which is unbelievable. Like people don't understand the work that goes into daily vlogging.
Exactly.
So from them, I learned, okay, there's consistency. When we talk about Pakistani creators, we have Irfan Junejo, who was daily vlogging for like a year and a half or something. That's incredible. Like I learned from that. I'm like, wow, that's the work ethic. That's the, that's the motivation I need to pursue this and to push at it.
Yeah.
and it's just like it's genuinely like I find something to be inspired from every YouTuber, every person that I see across the platform.
I see. See, yeah, that's an interesting response. I like that. So, man, what do you want to ask? Do you want to ask a question?
Yeah, I mean, I've always got questions to ask.
Go in.
But no, I think that was really cool, and I think it's nice to point out the amount of effort that goes into daily vlogging because
It's crazy.
I mean we're doing it 3 times a week, and I know. So back when I was finishing up college a couple of weeks ago, Saab was doing all the editing, and this guy was like, "Dude, this is so much work. You need to do some of this shit." And I was like,
Yeah.
"I'll do it, but just give me a week."
Yeah.
And now that I'm on it, it's really I can see the effort that goes in, and I
No,
appreciate
it's
YouTubers a lot more.
even 3 times a week. That's insane. That's good on you guys.
Yeah, thanks, man.
It's
Saab, are you saying something?
I think he's frozen.
He is frozen. That's good though because I'll be completely honest, man. I didn't really have a question to ask. All right, guys. So we had a bit of a technical failure there on Saad's end, but it's all right. It's
Thanks a lot,
actually better
Saad.
than all right because
Thanks, Saad.
So to jump back into it, Saad, you had asked me if I had a question to ask Hamza, and I'm really happy your connection dropped out because I'll be honest, I did not have a question to ask this man.
Saad's call got cut, and he's like, I didn't have any question to ask. I'm like, are we glad then?
Yeah. So, but yeah, me and Hamza spoke about what questions we could ask, and I think we're ready to keep this going and to finish up this podcast. So, Hamza, we had a pretty interesting conversation while waiting for Saad about just, how there are certain videos that, like, you look back on and you're embarrassed of them, or, you just look at them differently. And how do you feel about that with your own content?
With my content personally, it's like, I do watch my older videos, and it's like, oof, if I made, like, the camera will be on me, and, like, it's, like, I could have chopped, like, 2-3 seconds off that clip and made things flow better, but I didn't. And it's just like there's like dead space of me looking directly in the camera for like 2-3 extra seconds, and it's just super uncomfortable sometimes.
I understand that. I totally
feel that.
Anyone that like vlogs or like makes any type of video knows that there's always those 2-3 seconds that you can always chop off, but you never do. But you learn.
I'm gonna expand upon that. क्या कहते हैं, when you started out vlogging, did you have any social anxiety, like in whipping out your camera and actually vlogging in public, or was it completely natural to you? Like I wanna.
So that's Saad, this is one thing that people ask me all the time. I think new people, like new vloggers that come on, they're like, how do you vlog in public and stuff? So I have 2 of my best friends. One you guys did a podcast with before me was Ali. You guys know him as The Malls, and I know him as Ali Nono. And then Subhan. So these 2 are my best friends. They've been with me since literally day 1 of like the channel. Literally my first vlog was filmed by Ali. Like you see a thumb come up in front of the camera. That's his thumb. Yeah, that was my very first vlog, and then the second vlog was with him, and it's like, so they've been there since the beginning. And the social anxiety question, I think it applies the most to them because like I've seen them evolve from like in the first video I was like, Ali, please film this video with me, like be in the camera, it'll make me feel better, right? I'll feel less awkward, it'll make things more comfortable for me. But he's like, no, I can't, and he didn't. And for like in the first video he did it. Second video I put the camera on him for a little while, he was like pretending to play on his phone. Then third video, then like slowly he eased into it, and now if you see him, he's like on point. Like if we're out in public, he'll have no problem like vlogging in public or like doing anything in public. So for them, for Subhan and Ali, I've seen like a huge growth. But for me, it was always like, I don't care. Like I will jump on tables in public and I will grab the camera and shoot it to the sky.
That's amazing.
It's all fun for me. Like I understand how lighthearted it is. Like they're quick. It's slice of like I think it's called slice of life content. Like
yeah.
It's just fun for me. So like
it's good. I think it's wholesome for people.
Chime in. Dude, Salman, do you remember when I came when you, me, and a bunch of friends went to a restaurant and I came and vlogged there and I vlogged the entire fucking meeting.
Dude, all of us were like, "Who is this guy?" Like we wanted to like, kick him out. We were on the balcony and I was like, "Can I just throw you off, Saad?"
But what were you doing?
He was just being himself, but it's different, you know, when you're not used to it.
Yeah, I think it's annoying for everyone else that's not vlogging to see someone vlog. Like I feel it sometimes. Like they're all just sitting in
Yeah,
normally, and then I'm like, "Hey guys, now we just came here and we're about to eat a meal," and then everyone's just kind of like, "What are you doing? That's so
exactly.
unnecessary."
Yeah,
Oh,
I mean, I
one
say
thing.
hey guys a lot, even when I'm not like on the podcast, but just when I'm talking to my friends, and it's weird because you know that's a meme at this point. It's like, oh hey guys,
Hey
welcome back,
guys,
thank you for
yeah,
coming to my TED Talk.
yeah, yeah,
But I remember when like we started, Saw told me that I was really stiff, and like that was true. Like I'm a genuinely stiff and awkward person by nature. I love
yeah,
being extroverted, but at heart, like you know, I'm a bit like stiff.
yeah,
And like what I started doing was I just make a cup of tea or coffee or something, and I just hold that in my hand, and just having something in your hand helps.
yeah,
And I know like you know we film for 20 minutes. Sometimes you'll stop and talk to people, and the podcast gets longer than expected. And you know my
yeah.
tea's usually like cold or it's like it's finished, and I'll just keep sipping when I don't know what to say. Like, good tea, while
Good
holding an
point.
empty cup.
Good
Yeah.
reply there. No,
So just
it's I think like even like cuz it's weird like if you really think about it like no one normally sits in their room and talks to a camera, right? So it's such a weird feeling and such a weird thing to do. So it definitely takes time to get used to. Even your
exactly.
podcast, you're kind of like talking into like a
Yeah.
camera, you know?
Yeah,
So I can
yeah,
understand that.
I
yeah.
mean, I tell
Hamza,
myself it's a video call, but at the end of the day, like, I don't have any roommates right now, but in a month when I do, I don't know what I'm going to say to them. Like, I'm probably going to piss them off because I'm just going to be, like, having these loud conversations and laughing and
Yeah.
whatnot. And it'll be, like,
Yeah.
3 a.m. for me because, you know, it's daytime for Saad. And
yeah.
Yeah.
we'll deal with that when we get there, but it's
3
going to be interesting.
at 3 a.m. you're gonna be like, "Hey guys, what's up?" He'll be like, are you okay, Salman? I think you should take a breather."
Hamza, I want to ask you. This is a question that I ask every single power player and professional that we have on the podcast. Um,
Hmm.
where do where do you see Hamza Amin in the next 5 years or the next 10 years? Like, where do you realistically see yourself? Because we ask this from question, like with from everybody.
So that's it's my favorite question because I
A lot of people
if
hate.
you asked me that question if you asked me that question 2 years ago, I swear to you I would have had absolutely no reply and I would have been scared
Yeah.
because I was just a kid in med school, you know, like kind of like getting by, passing, you know, and like not doing crazy well. So I was like, okay, will I be a good doctor and like stuff like that.
Mm.
But now when I see myself in 5 years, I want to see myself. I want to be vlogging. I want to be doing YouTube.
Mm.
Uh, I want to see myself excel at it. Hopefully, I don't know if
You're
people want.
saying it, bro. Just check that. Just check that off.
I mean, I see. My goal is to keep going consistently at it. Like I want to keep making videos, you know.
You don't want
And I,
to check that. You want to keep going.
yeah, like I just want, but I want it to always be fun to me. I want to make a video every week. I want to be like making videos. And so
Right.
Yeah.
5 years from now, I want to see myself be a decently big content creator. I don't know if that's a
What's
big is
your
like a
number?
relative term.
I don't
Like,
think we
like
should put numbers on this. You know, I think it's your own success.
Yeah,
You measure it
it's
by how much you enjoy what you do.
exactly. It's more of a
And
like I'd want to be like a recognized content creator at the end of the day.
I
have you ever
Um,
now
been recognized?
when you go out, do people like say, "Hey, what's up? I've seen your
yeah,
video. Shit,
Yeah, yeah.
shit."
It happened the first time I got recognized. The first time I got recognized was at a gym. It wasn't even my gym. It was I was going to the gym at the time, and I know it probably doesn't look like it, but I had started, and I went. My friend called me, and he's like, "Hey, I'm going to the gym near my house. Do you want to come?" I was like, "Okay, cool, I'll go." And I went with him to his gym for once in my life, and we go in there, and this kid's like, "Oh, hey, you're Hamza Amin," and I'm like, "Yeah, that's me." And he's like, "Oh, I watch your videos," and I'm like, "No way!" And I was so shocked.
Amazing.
One sec. Um, Sorry, I got a call, so the video's gonna shut down.
It's all good.
So, man, you're gonna have to do a shit ton of editing in this one, man.
Yeah,
You're gonna have
dude. Dude, my
more videos.
laptop's like it's dying. Like as a not just the battery, but like it's like an old man. So this is
Yeah.
gonna be fun.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was the first time I got recognized, and yeah,
How did it,
it's been
how did it feel when you got
the,
recognized and everything?
the first time. It was weird. It was like, why are how does he know me? He's like, he even started talking about the video, and I'm like, wait, you've actually seen the video? Even now, when people come up to me and they talk about the videos, I'm like, whoa, like it blows my mind how, it's just
No, it's
Amazing.
new
insane.
feeling. You're not used to like knowing people, like people are seeing your stuff in real life.
What I want to know is that how often does it happen now? Like when every time you go out, like okay, we're talking about pre-quarantine, pre-COVID.
Yeah.
How
Um, I don't think there's any way I can answer this without sounding like, oh, look at me, I get recognized.
nobody saying.
About every time, I'd say. Like,
Beautiful.
Wait.
That is
Amazing.
beautiful. If I ever see you, I won't recognize you, just so you know. You don't have to deal with that whole paparazzi thing. I'll ignore you on purpose. I'll be like,
no.
I don't know this man. I'm walking.
I love it. Like it's my favorite. Like if I have to say, if there's one thing that really pushes me to make videos, it's meeting people in real life that watch the videos. Like I love it. Like it's like, because they come up, like if someone comes up to me, they'll like say something like, oh hey, how's your pet dog Waffle, or how are your friends Nono and Subhan, and like to me that lightens up my day. Like that genuinely makes me so happy, and it really pushes me to like do more and more and more. I think that's the hardest part about quarantine, that like I haven't met anyone, so like it's like you need a boost of motivation again.
Oh, I feel that.
Yeah, and I feel like I feel like we should end this podcast. I think we're nearing our time. I'm just guessing. I think we should end this podcast on one piece of advice, apart from the usual consistency, apart from the whole, upload good content. One piece of good advice that you can give to any aspiring content creator, aka us over here, trying to make this podcast for anybody who's watching. For anybody who's watching.
So you're saying ignore the consistency.
Ignore the consistency. Ignore good content. Like those are cliched advice.
Ignore the things that I could find if I Googled advice.
Be yourself. Be genuinely be yourself. Like don't shy away from doing things that you would do normally. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, we hear you.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, sorry, it came up as unstable. Like, genuinely be yourself. Like, there's gonna be small things that you do or say that you'll think that, oh, I can't put this in the vlog, I have to cut this out of the video. Do those things. Matlab, don't be shy. Like, I say fitte muh. And fitte muh is such a, like, a weird thing. Like, people are like, why? What? Who says that anymore? And I'm like, fitte muh. And I put it in the vlogs, and people are liking it. Like, it's become a thing, you know? So I think it's just really be yourself so that you have fun with what you're doing.
Well, that's great advice.
Solid. That is solid, dude. And
No,
Salman,
you guys are doing.
You can keep sipping that fucking cup, man.
Dude, I have like a water bottle. It isn't the same right now, you know? Like I just don't. It's heavier. It's I gotta squeeze on it. It's not the same as a cup. I'm just too lazy to make tea though.
Empty cup.
And I think we're done with that one, guys. Guys, thank you so much for tuning in on this episode. Hamza, thank you so much for coming in. Oh, yeah, we
Thanks
keep
so much,
forgetting
Hamza.
for having me.
Forgetting to do this. Like, subscribe, share. This is the second time in the past 15 episodes that I've done this. Like, subscribe. Hamza, do you want to do it in your classic way? Because I've seen you do it in your classic way.
Also, you have to say fitte muh at the end. That's my criteria. Otherwise, I'm cutting it out and adding in my own part at the end.
Okay, I got you. Bus is vlog ke liye. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. Hit that post notification button to always stay posted whenever they post a new video.
Yeah.
Or fitte muh. Subhan and Nono fitte muh. I love you guys. Fitte muh.
Oh, that's great shit, dude. Thank you all so much.
Thank you so much for having me.